Part 1. White Clouds. Harpstring Moon. Familiar scenery. In honor of the saints whose births or deaths took place under this moon, the people perform music once beloved by those divine beings. Whether by harp, by flute, or voice alone, joyous melodies are shared between farmers as they sow their seeds across the vast plains of Tailteen and Gronder.
No, I do like those paintings for each month. They're neat. The little narration to describe what each month is all about. That's neat too. Alright, new places to explore, huh? And 2,000 gold for being an E-plus professor.
As you have already been notified, your mission is to subdue some bandits. Our students have been learning about combat through study, but this is a precious opportunity to provide them with practical experience. The Knights will support your mission and are prepared to offer their assistance if necessary. In short, this is no mock battle. You must be prepared for anything. You will receive a message from the Knights when it is time to depart. Until then, use your time wisely.
The last time we fought bandits, you saved me. Maybe I can return the favor this time.
Well, let's do our best.
The Knights are well aware of our enemy's strength. We can count on them to keep the battlefield under control for us. It seems unlikely that we would lose. Still, let's do all we can to prepare.
Yeah,
You
there's
seem well.
a
Are
lot
you
to do.
adjusting to life at the monastery?
I'd say yes.
Oh, I didn't expect that answer. When we were mercenaries, I handled everything. Outside of battle, you didn't have much contact with people, did you? I thought being thrown into a swarm of noble brats to teach would be a bit much for you. But I guess I had nothing to worry about. By the way, I heard about those bandits. Your first assignment is to take them out, right? That's fairly routine for you by now, but don't forget it's the first real taste of battle for those brats. It'll be tougher to sleep at night if you let one of your little pupils die. So stay vigilant and lead them well. I wish I could offer you my support, but Lady Rhea won't allow it. For now, I'll try to figure out what she wants from you. I don't mind you settling into your life here, but don't let your guard down, ever.
Well, thanks, Captain Dad. Oh, someone's birthday. Annette. She's not in our class, so I'm gonna cheap out. All right. So some days we'll have events. What do we have here? Lots of large fish and bonding bites. What does that mean? Well, bigger fish in the fishing pond. That makes sense. A special menu to bring professors and students together. Effects are enhanced when dining with students from your own house. So, alright. Again, our only option is to explore, so let's just do that. There's now fast travel. Still not going to take the DLC supplies. Let's see the bulletin board. Recipe ideas, passion for music. We've now unlocked the armory and item shops. Okay. Well, first things first. Let's do this one. Feline and canine friends. I'm probably not going to do a ton of it, but from bulletin boards, you can fast travel to where quest givers are. So that's nice. This is actually something that was added post-release.
I need your help.
'Cause I didn't really point it out when during the first round of exploration, but there are like dogs and cats all over the place. Yeah, there's a cat there that just kind of popped out of existence. And there it is again. So there are cats and dogs all over the place, and when the game first came out, there was absolutely no way to interact with them. So they like fish, meat, and produce. So we'll give this this cat. How about let's give it a herring. Why not? Cat likes it.
Thanks.
And certain quests like that, you don't even have to like go back to the quest giver to turn them in, which is convenient. Anyway, let's take a look at the armor real quick. I believe iron swords are rank D. No, they're rank E. Okay, that's good to know. Right now, everyone is either a commoner or a noble, which means that they can technically use anything. Although they do need some proficiency with the magic skills in order to use spells. But the most notable of all these new weapons is iron gauntlets. The gauntlet class weapon is, as far as I'm aware, is new to the series at this point. They all basically have the brave effect, although they have nerfed the brave effect so that it's only active on player phase when you choose to attack, not when you're defending. But the idea is that these gauntlets are weaker than other weapons, but you get double the attacks. So that's pretty good. I am going to...
Come back soon.
I'm actually going to... let's see. Put this in the convoy, because I don't need it.
Welcome.
I'm going to buy some gauntlets for Byleth. They also have a ton of uses, which is really good, because, again, brave weapons will burn through their uses very quickly otherwise.
Many thanks. Come back soon.
I did skip over the Gatekeeper, everyone's favorite meme character.
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report.
They'll say that every
Are
month.
you settled in here at the monastery yet? Make sure to have a good look around. There's much to see. Like fish. You do know about the pond behind the dining hall, right? You can fish there. Give it a try.
There are supposed to be big fish at the pond. So, yeah, let's give that a try. Oh, right. Every now and then you'll see these blue sparkles.
Professor.
They're just like little bonuses you can find. The ones I've just found are really only for raising your professor level.
Have we met?
Shamir.
No. Sorry. You remind me of someone I know.
Alright. Well, glad to be of service. And I think now we can harvest. Yeah. Those are the seeds we planted last time. As far as I'm aware, there's no reason not to just keep planting seeds. Right now we can only plant the one set, so give them some extra water. That should be good. Alright. Let's try to catch some big fish and get these blue sparkles. Ah, a fish. I love the tense music, the tense drum beat. We'll keep going. I'll use up all my larvae, get all the fish I can. So anytime you use bait, you'll get 3 opportunities to catch a fish. The size and color kind of indicate what you're going to get. So I think right now I want to look out for the red icons. Just watch my timing. Got a queen loach. This is a nice and easy way to grind professor level. Alright, those are all bad. There we go. Fishing. It's just funny to me that fishing has been turned into kind of a rhythm game. Sort of. Oh no! I dropped my combo. Alright, ran out of bait, so that's it for now. Didn't I see another sparkle in the background? We'll feed this dog. This beagle here. Oh, excuse me, it's an ire hound. Dog, here's some poultry. Here's another. And one more for good measure. Alright, so black sand steel. Can't do anything with it now. That is for forging in the future. Uh-oh, what's not good? Collect some recipes. Go to the library. Okay, I can do that.
How about this?
Ah, Tomas.
Do you know about the Cardinals? They are the ones who run the church. Their identities are a closely guarded secret.
Alright. Oh, the Amiibo Gazebo. You can scan Amiibos here. I'll probably do that at some point. You get some items to appear. And if you have Fire Emblem characters, you get better items. Possibly with unique awards. I don't have my Amiibos at the ready, so I'm not going to do that. But it is something you can do. One of these times I'll remember to do it.
That's right. You there.
Hi there.
Oh, who's this guy?
You look bored. Care to duel?
Hmm. A duel or to the death? Probably. Let's not suggest dueling this masked gentleman to the death. I know enough about tropes to say that that's probably... This guy's probably bad news if I were to try.
What? I just wanted to spar.
I guess it doesn't really matter either way.
You there?
Let's see, where's the library? Probably somewhere on the eastern side of the map. Oh, I don't have... What? What are you talking about? Not allowed to go up there? Okay. Thought the library was over this way, but... I guess not. More cats. More things to find. Plant seeds.
Hello.
All right,
Do you
Ferdinand.
know of the Iyer family? We have long held the position of Prime Minister in the Empire. The Empire's power lies with 6 noble families, my family foremost among them. The full explanation may be time-consuming. I can give you a moment to get ready, if you would like to take notes.
You know what? Let's do it. Let's get a rundown.
All right, I will list the 6 great noble families. There's Caspar's father, Count Burgles, the Minister of Military Affairs. Then there's Linhardt's father, Count Hevering, the Minister of Domestic Affairs. Bernadetta's father, Count Varley, is the Minister of Religious Affairs. Hubert's father, Marquis Vestra, is the Minister of the Imperial Household. Finally, we have Duke Gert, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, and my own father, Duke Iyer, the Prime Minister. One day, I will take his place as the Prime Minister of the Empire. I am more talented than anyone in my class, even Edelgard. I will lead the Empire to a bright, enlightened future.
Well, he sounds very optimistic, very confident. So let's wish him
There is
well.
nothing I cannot achieve.
Ah, the cathedral.
Here's an idea.
There's a quest here, so let's check it out.
Right.
I have a favor to ask.
All right. Wants to start a choir. Need volunteers. All right. Let's find out who is interested in singing.
Something else. So,
And also
Inside the
Sedith.
cathedral,
What do you
there is a
have
chapel
to say?
dedicated to the 4 saints. Do you know of them? Saint Indec, Saint Macuel, Saint Keyhole, and
Keyhole.
Who is your favorite, Professor?
now that you are a member of the Church, be sure to familiarize yourself with our teachings and traditions. I have something to ask of you.
Find an informant among students in the courtyard. Get a leather shield and steel sword out of it. That sounds good. All right, this is the saints that the Chamber of Saints that Sedith was just talking about. I'm gonna get a little bit of insight into who they are. All right. Well, that's I'm going to be honest. I don't actually care all that much about their backgrounds of the saints. You'll have to forgive me. Let's see here. Where do I want to fast travel? Oh, Gerald's got something to say, apparently.
B.
Professor, hey, do you know how old Captain Gerald is?
That's enough, Leone. If I don't know, how could my child know?
It's not normal to forget your own age, you know. It's kind of worrisome, actually.
Alright, I'm just going to interject here that I'm pretty sure it is kind of normal to start forgetting your own age eventually. I mean, Leone here is a teenager, so of course she's not going to forget her age, but I know there are times where I've had to stop and really think about my age and do some math real quick. So, don't judge, Leone.
By the time you're forgetting your own age, you're past the point of caring.
There,
I guess
see?
if you put it that way, you've got a point.
Alright.
I have a request.
Ah. Okay. A new mechanic to be found. Alright. It's the library.
That reminds me.
Well, there's the library. Let's just fast travel there. So we can collect the book for that list of recipes. Hey, there we go. Got a prize already. So we've got tasty looking recipes, you've got illustrated recipes, and classics. Alright. Covering all kinds of angles. I guess we could take a little moment to
Excellent work.
chat with the other
Guiding students
professors.
in the mock battle. Taking command like that? Simply splendid. And bearing the unknown crest's power? Yes, I'm talking about you. Your talents are incredible, and Lady Rhea's insight as to your potential is doubly so.
All right, then. You can also check out the crest analyzer whenever we want. It's a little weird. He's got some of my hair. Let's just quickly take that away. It's an invasion of privacy, I think.
What is the meaning of this?
Hanneman did not like that. Unsurprisingly. But there's our tactics primer.
Thanks for your help.
So now we've got these units. And barracks? Battalions. Or what they are. That's an entirely new mechanic. There's also reclassing. Alright, students who like to sing. We'll go back to the dormitory. I know one student who likes to sing is probably going to be Dorothea. There's that sign-up sheet.
Oh, Professor. Hello. I was just looking for my... Well, it's like a pale blue cloth. Have you seen it?
Let's search for it.
Okay. Oh, Professor, I was
Okay. Don't get a chance to to try that again. Also, there's Bernadetta just staying in her room.
What is it? I'm not doing anything.
Let's have a little fun. What's this cake doing out here?
Cake? Oh, come on. That's just cruel.
Alright, could not lure her out with the promise of cake. The siren song of cake.
Good deal.
Oh, hey,
Hello there.
it's Anna.
Are you that new professor everyone's talking about? Name's Anna. I'm a merchant who slings wares all across Fodlan and beyond. I come in here all the time, so I'm sure our paths will cross more. Hopefully, much more.
So Anna's in basically every Fire Emblem game. The one recurring character. Canonically, every Anna from each game is a different Anna, but they're all related. They're all sisters. Normally they run shops, but in Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn... Actually, I don't remember if she was in Radiant Dawn. In Path of Radiance, she was the one who gave, like, tutorial information. Oh, there's nothing here. Training Grounds is just another place to check out.
Professor?
Hey there.
And since I'm not playing online, there's one other little feature that's neat, but entirely unimportant. Alright, let's see. Let's start in that sign-up sheet.
My savior, thank you.
So by finding that, we can actually do some choir stuff. Pick two people. Anyone with blue arrows. This is probably intuitive, but I might as well say it anyway. Anyone with blue arrows will get a bigger benefit from it. Red arrows will get less of a benefit. I don't want to waste one of my activity points on that just yet, so let's not do that. Instead, let's go turn in the other quest. Nope.
Right. You're a lifesaver.
Alright, got some ingredients. So you can actually also pick someone to cook with you. What that will do is give your entire house like a temporary stat boost. Which is a neat idea, I think. Let's see, I want to go to that other quest marker.
I was thinking.
I appreciate that I don't have to try super hard to...
Bridget, Elmira, Dusker, even people from far-off lands gather here at the Academy. Word of advice, Professor. There are those who don't think kindly of such people.
Oh no, we've got racism. Alright. I want to cash in on that quest though and get, what was it, a steel sword and a shield?
Well done. You have my thanks.
Yeah, alright.
Right.
Now let's see what Edelgard wants.
Perhaps. For some students, this will be their first time stepping onto a real battlefield. It's important that they're mentally prepared.
Okay,
As
that
for
makes
me,
sense.
Do I look green to you? Is there anything else you wish to ask me about regarding spending your time at the monastery or battles?
Let's see, faculty training.
Just as students have much to learn from other students, professors can also share their knowledge with each other.
All right.
You should consider seeking instruction from Professor Hanneman or Professor Manuela. I think you'll find their insight quite interesting.
So that's a neat thing. Normally, you get experience in, in your proficiencies through battle, but really the main way you're going to do that in this game is through faculty training. So Hanneman and Manuela both have higher proficiencies than I do, so I can go talk to them, and they can give me a boost. They can only do it once a week, I think. And it does cost an activity point, so I'm not going to rush into it. But let's also talk about recruiting, since even though I'm not going to be doing any.
Which house a student is assigned to depends on where they're from. That said, each professor has their own area of expertise. So if a student is adamant about it, it is possible to switch someone from one house to another, pending your approval, of course. If you become closer with the students by partaking in the various activities around the monastery, you'll be able to talk to them about such things.
Makes sense. So, yes, it works. There are a couple of ways to do it. So, it's really hard to read in that little thumbnail there. But, it says, for example, that this student will only consider joining your class if your magic stat and your faith proficiency are high enough. And of course, each student has different things that they favor. You can also build your support level with students. You can build your support level with students outside of your house. That's totally fine. And really, if you can get your support level to a certain point, I think a B rank with that student, then sooner or later they'll just ask to join your house automatically. They'll just swing by in the middle of the week and say, "Hey, can I switch sides?" But if that ever comes up, I'm gonna turn them down. You can forget it, kid. Where is Manuela, though?
You there.
I didn't talk to her, so she should still have a little speech bubble. Oh.
Hello there.
Oh, right. She was over here by the amiibo gazebo.
You know, Professor, there are some things I'll just never understand. Like the other night, I went on a date with a dashing, handsome, strong young knight. Oh, I'm a bit weak just remembering him. Anyway, do you know what that no-good jerk said when we got back to my room? He said, "What a mess. I'm afraid to go in there." Can you believe it? You know who cares about keeping everything neat and tidy? Not me, that's who. Afraid to go in there. Some knight he is.
Oh, Manuela's kind of a disaster. She's great. Let's see. Oh, but...
You know, Professor, like the... Do you know...
it's the same thing. Alright, looks like I'm not allowed to do any faculty training with her just yet. So I say, here we go eat. All right, now how does this work? So when we're talking about sharing a meal with other people, students and faculty, we've got a few different indicators. The faces are their motivation. Sharing a meal will raise their motivation, so you kind of want to prioritize anyone who's got less than full, I would say. For reasons that will be made apparent soon. The arrows on the left of their portrait indicate how much they like the dish. So I think they'll get less of a boost if they don't like it. And the arrow on the right side means that they're going to get more support from it, I believe. So all the students in the Black Eagle house will be getting a boost from this, from sharing a meal. So let's have a meal with Linhart. And, well, Edelgard likes it, but her motivation is maxed out already. So, how about Bernadetta? She doesn't love the dish, but she doesn't hate it.
This is my favorite. I am rather happy you went out of your way to pick it, Professor.
Ooh, this is my favorite. You've got great taste.
Well, she says that, but I think that's because it's the special Bonding Bites event. So you can actually eat multiple meals per week. You can only get the special once per week, but then you can still pick from the full menu, and it will cost some ingredients. Like all the ones that I can't make are all grayed out, but let's see here. Trying to get as much of a boost as I can. That works. Caspar is probably not going to get anything out of it, but we'll have Ferdinand and Petra.
Delicious! After a scrumptious meal like that, I feel that I can really seize the day.
I would be liking that greatly.
Oh, all right. Build up some support, build up their motivation, get a lot of professor points. And I believe that covers it. Oh. Ooh. We can actually see a support. Oh, let's do that.
Ferdinand? Our professor is wanting to see you. He has much concentration right now. I will wait for him to be finished reading.
Diplomacy has an effect upon weapons development. Yes, that makes sense. Oh, Petra! How long have you been there?
A short time. You were devoting all of your attention to that book.
Forgive me, I was fully absorbed in my reading. I see you have been reading as well. Anything interesting?
Alright, I'm pausing the dialogue just to point something out. One of the things that I will say I'm not quite a fan of is the backgrounds for most conversations. You can see that weirdness going on with the angles of, you know, the floor. Things just suddenly turning like 30 degrees. And, geez, I don't know. I don't know what they were trying to do. I mean, I kind of get it. It would be fine if they could just, like, if they didn't show the parts where the angle changes. But it's like they did some weird thing. Or it's like they tried to do like a 360 panoramic view, like you can do with your phone or whatever. Not a fan of it. It makes things look really weird. Because again, you can see the floorboards or tiles or whatever. You can see they just bend the wrong way, right in the middle. The wall just curves in the background. It's not great. I do wish they had done something better than this. I think the reason they do this is because you know, that's not like an actual setting. It's just a flat image in the background. Nothing is really being rendered here except the two characters. Anyway, let's continue.
I am studying the history of Fodlan.
A history book. What a keen student you are. And it's about House Hresfelg. Certainly a stimulating topic.
I am wishing to learn all about Fodlan. What is the book you are reading?
Oh, this? This relates to a little hobby of mine. The regional history of weapons development in Fodlan. Militaries have to adapt their weapons according to terrain and climate. And they have to keep up with technologies in other regions. It's very interesting.
Yes, it is interesting. I see why you would be enjoying that kind of reading.
Oh, does that excite your curiosity too? Perhaps you would care to read more about it then. This is just one of 18 volumes, and our library has the entire collection.
I give you my gratitude. Research of weapons could be a good reference for me. Oh, please take my apologies. I was meaning to tell you that our professor is wanting to see you.
Oh, it is not like you to forget something. I suppose I ought to be going then.
Yes, it is a rarity that I forget something. But it is not impossible.
Again, things just bend weird. Don't like it. Alright.
Right.
That's enough exploring for today. Let's move on to the first week of instructions.
Have you not been told what's expected from lectures here? Well, I can tell you how it works based on what I've heard from other professors.
God, having a student teach me how to lecture. Incredible. Alright, that's fine though. So this is how students gain proficiencies. Alright. Alright, there's kind of a lot going on here, but we'll go through each of these. They're all important. So you can set skill goals.
It's a good idea to determine everyone's academic goals. Students will want to prioritize studying things that will help them achieve their aim.
Alright, so every week, students are going to get some experience in up to 2 proficiencies. They'll have their own desires, or you can set something up for them. And you are allowed to change what their goals are. Alright, so instruction.
It's probably easier to get good results if you instruct students based on their interests and specialties. Of course, that doesn't mean it's pointless to teach someone things unrelated to their personal goals as well. By looking beyond their preferences, some students may find they're interested in fields they've never previously considered.
Right, so Yeah, every character has their preference. But some characters will have these 3-star marks next to certain fields. Well, usually only one field, if any. And if you can instruct them enough in that field, they'll take an interest in it, and they'll usually gain an ability from it. So you usually want to keep an eye out. I basically always go for those, because why wouldn't I? The other thing is that even if it's an academic weakness for them, if you force them to learn it and they grow to like it, it'll turn into one of their strengths. So that's actually a cool thing.
A student's goals may change based on their studies or the experience they gain while on missions. When that happens, perhaps you could help them decide what new goals they should set for themselves.
Yeah, so students will suggest goals for themselves. And you can choose to accept them or decline them. They're basically just presets for you to pick from.
How motivated a student is will affect how well your tutoring goes. To help cultivate their motivation, I think it's a good idea to interact with your students as much as possible. Please try your best to motivate everyone, so that they, in turn, will try hard with their assignments and activities.
Yeah, so that's why you want higher motivation from your students. You do that by interacting with them. Sharing meals is a great way, giving them gifts. Sometimes they'll have like tiny little side quests for you to do. Just like, oh, well, not even side quests. They're more like lost and found items.
At the Officers Academy, students are encouraged to engage in various activities in and around the monastery. If you instruct your students to work together as a team, it will help to deepen their bonds and produce better results.
Right, so group tasks. That's a way to help them develop skills, develop supports. The success, of course, depends on how well those students get along, how they feel about the tasks in general. And you get a little reward, too. Little cash, materials. And lastly...
Have you heard about the certification exams? They take place every month. Everyone here is working hard to become a certain type of soldier. And those tests are how you can check to see how far we've come. In order to pass the exam, you need to train enough to become whatever class you're aiming for. Take care to develop your students strategically so that they can pass their certification exams.
So this is what they do instead of the old promotion system that we've seen in Fire Emblem games that I've played up to this point. Where before a unit reaches level 10 and up to level 20, they can use an item and then they'll promote. They would gain stats and start over at level 1. Here you can reclass kind of freely. Like once you've become certified in a class, you're allowed to switch between those classes that you've unlocked as much as you want. Of course, higher tiered classes have better growth rates, as it says, better stats. Each class generally has like some stat modifiers, and the game will tell you what they are, so that's really nice. Alright, so first let's take a look at our goals. Just peeking in, just making sure that everyone's goals are kind of aligned with their strengths. And, well, you know what? I should look at their status. So we can see here that Edelgard has no proficiency in reason whatsoever, but she does have that 3-star mark. So that's something that if we teach her reason enough, like one-on-one, she'll eventually turn that into a strength. So that's probably something I'm going to do. Hubert, let's see here. Same thing with Hubert and lances. We can teach him to use lances, and he'll turn that into a strength. Ferdinand will eventually learn to like heavy armor. Although I don't know. But not every student has a hidden talent like that. Linhardt has no such hidden talents. All his talents are out in the open, and they are magic and also magic. Definitely do not try to get him to punch anything or swing a big heavy axe. Caspar's strengths are just axe and brawling, so that's going to be fine for him. Bernadetta can learn to ride horses. We'll probably do that sooner or later. Yeah, here's an example of a weakness that can turn into a strength with Dorothea. So I'll definitely do that. Petra. No strengths or no hidden talents, but plenty of strengths in general. So let's see here. Let's try custom focus, faith, and yeah, we'll keep her using swords. Yeah. That'll work for now. Bernadetta will... You know what? How do I want to do this? Oh. I think we'll keep things mostly the same. Set our group tasks. Unfortunately, you can only have one assignment, so you can only send 2 people to learn riding skills, or heavy armor skills, or flying skills. You don't get to assign like 2 people to each task, which is unfortunate. Anyway, let's do the actual instruction. So we'll start with Edelgard. There are all kinds of things that affect how well a student will learn, how much experience they'll gain. So if the professor's proficiency is higher than the students, then their expertise will improve the results. But you can lecture students on anything. But I'm going to concentrate on this reason to turn that into a strength.
I still have much to learn.
So each instruction can go from can be good, great, perfect, and I think there's a chance they could fail. But
thanks to you, I'm improving.
All right, just like that, we've got 1 star. Used up all of her motivation, so the more motivation a unit has, a student has, the more times that you can instruct them. So, let's see. Hubert. We'll do the same thing for him with lances.
One step closer to mastery. Your instruction has been beneficial.
I'd like to see a perfect. Oh, hey, there you go.
It's all in hand.
So, when you get a perfect lesson like that, you'll get the opportunity to praise the student. That will increase the motivation,
Flattery will get you nowhere.
which is cool. It only works like once per week, but
It's all in hand.
still, it's pretty nice, I think. You get a 5th lesson if things are going well. Let's see, who else do I want to learn something? I guess we'll try to get Ferdinand to learn about heavy armor.
I am beginning to understand.
Alright.
I am beginning to understand.
Well, you got halfway there. So that's all we can do. We've already assigned our group tasks and set our goals.
May I ask a question, Professor?
And then during the week, your students will ask questions. Depending on your answer, you could improve their motivation or build a support. Bernadetta is like, can I ask you a question? Actually, I don't have a question. How could I even come up with one? So we'll say, you just did.
Wow, you're a genius!
So her motivation was already maxed out, but giving her that answer raised her professor level. So that's cool.
It is a perfect day to exert oneself.
Oh no, this is impossible. We did it!
Good job. And then at the end of the week, you'll get a summary of what everyone has done. So just by learning. Oh, Raphael, sorry. No flowers for outside students. Oh boy. Alright. So aside from the main missions every month, you've got these auxiliary battles. Auxiliary. And by playing on normal, some of them are going to be free. Alright, and then we've also got special points that will appear on the map. These fuchsia sparkles mean that's where enemies die. That's where enemies die a lot, so you can get items there. The yellow ones are where friendly units have died a lot, and this is like online internet connectivity stuff. Or at least it's supposed to be. I don't know how well that's going to work with my current settings. I'll try to connect to the network. I don't have an ID set up for this account on my Switch. Yeah, okay. So you gotta have Switch Online stuff to do that. So you can't do your missions from this screen. You have to wait until the end of the month when it comes up. So I guess we gotta do this practice battle. That's fine, I suppose. I'll try to go through this quickly. It's required, it's not, there's no plot to it at all.
It's necessary to deploy battalions so that students can experience taking command.
Ah,
I doubt
okay.
I need to say this to a mercenary like you, but if you have any questions about how to use your soldiers, please don't hesitate to ask.
So I did get battalions. Let's take a look first.
To hire a battalion, you'll need to decide who will lead them. Battalions
Okay.
can contain soldiers like mages and monks who don't fight with weapons.
All right.
Be sure to think carefully about who would benefit most from the support of battalion soldiers and their specific skills.
That makes sense. So you assign battalions through the inventory menu. They will affect your students' stats. And it makes sense because, remember, we're at the Officers Academy, so they got to learn how to be military officers. That means issuing commands.
When
Anyway.
you deploy a battalion, you can utilize its special gambit in battle. If a gambit is successful, your enemy will be severely shaken.
So that's good. Rattled enemies won't move or counterattack. Well, they might counterattack. But they can't move, they can't use their gambits, they lose any stat boosts they get from their battalions. They just take a penalty overall, so rattling is a pretty good status to inflict upon the enemy. Gambit boost.
Joining forces with a nearby ally is a surefire way to enhance your effectiveness.
Alright. So, Gambit boost is like a linked attack. Except when you use a gambit instead. Alright, so let's take a look at battalions. I did get a few battalions. They've automatically been assigned. So this is fine, I believe. Having a battalion equipped will raise a unit's authority proficiency, which can lead to all kinds of fun little things. I think right now it's fine for all of them. Yeah, they're all gaining authority. At least the ones that already have them. So that's fine. Alright. All the units are available this time. We've even technically got room for one more, but don't have anyone else. That's okay.
That's my cue.
Alright. It's kind of a lot of enemies for a practice battle. Let's see if I can turn things quickly. Alright, assist animations off. Oh, that's nice. Combat animations on your turn only. Or anything for your units only. We're going to turn them off. Battle speed fast. We'll do that for now.
I will prevail.
Put me in there. I am Ferdinand von Eyre.
I'll get used to hearing that one a lot.
Oh no.
Battle. As you wish.
Stay focused.
Alright. I don't think I've ever actually played with the animations turned off, but I am into this. Those are fine. But one thing you can do, you can also just press plus. It's not start. It's the plus button now. You can just skip the enemy's turn and skip all the movement that they'll do. So I'm going to try to take advantage of that whenever I can. So we'll have Dorothea do a little... Actually, no. Let's have Caspar do something. I don't want to, like, risk anyone's health. But I guess it's fine. Edelgard gets level.
It's a long road yet.
You got strength and speed and defense out of it, so that's all good. Bring in Petra. Petra, what do you have? You have extra speed, so let's try that. Let's see what that gets us.
No use.
Even got a dodge in there, so that's cool. Alright, go burning. Alright, we'll soften this guy up with Ferdinand. At least try to. Still not enough for the kill. That's okay. One thing I will point out is that at this point, there's no weapons triangle. It's not happening. We'll go there. Let's keep Linhardt safe. But the advantages of the weapons triangle is something you have to learn by being proficient enough. It's fairly early on, I want to say, so it's not a big deal, but it is a bit of a surprise that it's just not there at the start. Alright, Hubert.
I still have a long way to go.
Magic and defense is a pretty good first step, though. Or, I guess second step. Alright, that doesn't work very well. Oh, if only enemies were lined up a little better. That's okay. We'll just go for this. No critical. But I got the dodge, so that's cool.
Growth is a part of life.
I guess something else I can point out is the experience curve. It's not... It's a little more transparent. Alright, let's try the smash. Alright, that did some work.
A great help.
So, it's not like you can only get, or every level takes 100 experience. Only the first level takes 100 experience. It is going to increase with each level. I forget the rate. I want to say like 10%. So it's something like... you know, from level 1 to 2, it's 100 experience. 2 to 3 is 110. 3 to 4 is 121.
You're not setting a very good example.
You know, so on and so forth. Alright. Then we'll just skip that, I think. Alright, so we got a couple of enemies lined up here. I move to this spot and I use my gambit here. the accuracy isn't great just because the enemy is on... it's protected by the forest. But I'm still going to give it a shot. Hopefully it works. You can also see that it will target the square behind that first enemy. Alright, so it worked. The enemy is officially rattled. So is the one behind. Any secondary targets, I believe, take half the damage that the primary target did. So, you know, that's cool.
Whoa, did I get stronger?
Not much stronger, but by gaining 1 point of HP, her health is no longer full, which means she's doing boosted damage now, which is cool. You can also see that this guy is no longer producing any kind of threat line, thanks to being rattled. I think that's neat. Yeah, okay. Alright, so we didn't see how the battles played out, but we can see the results. So far, so good. I would say. No one's dead. If you fast forward, the game will tell you when someone has died. It will slow down. I'm going to go here. I'm going to do another gambit. Odds of success still aren't great. But, you know, we've got 3 enemies that could be affected by it. Or, yeah. So I will take those odds. Did not work. That means the enemies behind are also unaffected. Alright, we'll do that. Okay, good. Got some experience that way. Alright, do some enhanced damage. That will help a lot. But only if we hit. Come on, Ferdinand. What are you doing to me? Bernadetta's got a combat art. So this is actually neat because not only does it increase her damage, but it also increases her attack range. So let's use that on... oh, on this guy. Exactly enough for the kill. It's beautiful. Can't complain about any of this. Heal up the Edelgard. Alright. Alright, Caspar's on the brink of losing. So battalions can level up just like your units. Healed with the power of Mystery Crest. Interesting.
We must all do our part.
All right. That bit of healing was very timely.
Thank you.
But now Byleth has enough speed to double attack, which means devastating abilities. I'm going to do a curved shot just so I can finish off the commander.
I guess hard work does pay off.
Very solid level. And Byleth is also really close to maxing out his class level.
It seems I've exhausted this topic.
Your skill is impressive.
And who's left? What am I missing? Conditions. Route the enemy. Oh! This guy. That's what I'm missing. Alright. Go for it, Petra. I couldn't see the red ring, so I couldn't tell he was still there.
Disappointing, but I will not misplace my heart.
Alright, so we got some money out of that. That's cool. When Byleth is the MVP, you get extra renown, I think. And depending on the situation, I think sometimes everyone's motivation will go up a little bit rather than one person getting maxed out. But anyway, I'm going to try to avoid doing those auxiliary battles. Alright, we'll teach Bernie how to become a better writer.
I got it right?
Good job.
Thanks. That's
Yeah.
I got it right? Phew. Thanks for the help.
And just like that, she's going from E to E+.
I'd never have learned this back in my room.
Good for her. Petra. Petra's good with a sword. But I think I kind of want to develop her bow skills a little more, for reasons.
Your guidance was greatly useful. You have my thanks for your... Your guidance was greatly useful.
Alright. Good for her. Dorothea. I'll teach you to be religious yet.
I appreciate your coaching, Professor.
Alright, that is it. We're going to keep... Actually, I'm going to change goals on Petra because her goal is axe. I don't want that. I want to have her learn sword and bow. Again, for reasons. Ah, we get to do a choir thing. Might as well. It's free. All it takes is a little bit of time.
Professor, let me sing for you. Do you not like my voice? It would make a Pegasus dance with joy.
I may sound terrible, but you won't notice when everyone else sings too.
Alright. Good for them. Yeah, so that provides some faith experience for everyone. Builds support. Byleth gets authority training out of it. I'm so close to getting that next rank. Alright, Ferdinand, what do you have to say?
Hello, Professor. May I speak with you?
Just said
You
yes.
seem to hold Edelgard in high esteem. That is my impression, at least.
Well, those are both true. We'll say that she's a good student, though, just to get under his skin.
She is certainly talented. No doubt about that. But I wonder, what is your opinion of me? I am quite talented too, am I not? Be honest. Do not hold back. Pretend that I am just a regular person, not the scion of a noble house.
Well, Ferdinand, you see, the thing is...
You think she is better than me?
She kinda is.
I was just being modest before. Honestly, I have always prided myself on being superior to Edelgard. But evidently that is not your perspective. I suppose there is only one thing to do. I must demonstrate my excellence.
That's not necessary, but I suppose we really can't stop him.
Precisely. You cannot stop me. I will prove that you have drastically underestimated me. You think I could ignore such a slight upon my honor? Not likely. Come, Professor.
Oh, that's what he meant. He wants to duel. Or I guess spar.
We will begin with battle. Edelgard's skills in combat are no match for mine. I heard that just the other day, she defeated a demonic beast without assistance. Well, anything Edelgard can do,
we're not supposed to know what those are yet.
And in half the time. Professor, you can be my eyewitness and timekeeper. Here we go! 2 at once? That's... well, it will be fine. I can't do it.
Kind of forgot that this happened, though.
Seems you have saved my life.
The game has slightly
Thank you, Professor.
Spoiled itself. I was not anticipating that. But hey, it got Ferdinand's motivation up. Ah, yes.
Professor, we did great.
Okay. Got some cash, got some experience, got some smithing stones that we can't use. Got some skills just 1 point away from leveling up, which is... thanks.
Perhaps I've been well taught. Enlightening.
How long will this take?
Let's put this to the test.
I'd never have learned this back in my room. I'm a quick study. I work to grow.
Yeah, looks like everyone did some learning, so good for them. Alright. Alright, now we can take a look at certifications. Looks like only Byleth is qualified for anything. Yeah, so units have to reach level 5 before they can take beginner classes. Well, let's take a look. So we've got Myrmidon, Soldier, Fighter, you know, your basic sword, lance, axe classes, and magic. Oh, but fighter can also use bows or gauntlets. That's fine too. In order to qualify, I know it came up before, but you have to have enough of a proficiency in a skill. These early ones, you just need to be proficient in one of the skills, but in later classes, you'll need to have proficiency in all of them. Each character can only take one certification per week. They don't have to strictly meet those requirements, though. They can be kind of close. The odds of passing will go down. So, like right here, you can see that Byleth, despite not having a D rank in any of those skills, still has a chance of, has a 65% chance of succeeding. The other thing is that there's no way to re-roll a certification exam. If you fail, you're always going to fail in that week. So if you're really desperate, you can, or you're really unsure, you can save before taking the exam, then take it, see what happens, and if you fail, then oh well. You can also see that this will give Byleth an extra point of speed. You can even pull up the details and see, oh, Myrmidon has a +1 modifier for speed. So since it is free, a guaranteed pass, there we go.
A new path to tread.
And we're going to change class. No one else can do anything. I'm going to go to the menu real quick. Inventory, abilities. Ah, right. So at first, you're going to learn abilities automatically. Every unit gets 5 slots to fill up. And as they develop their proficiencies, they'll gain more, or as they master classes, they'll gain more. And you can swap them in and out. It's kind of like what they had in Radiant Dawn and Path of Radiance, except there's no point cost anymore. It's just each character has 5 slots. So for now, that's fine. Then actually, I want to take a look at one other thing that I would like to point out, which is really just, even though I've gone with the Myrmidon class, that doesn't actually prevent me from using other weapons. If Byleth knew any magic, he wouldn't be able to use it anymore. That is one of the trade-offs, but other than that, all the physical weapons are still available in accordance with his proficiencies. But I think that's neat. The game is requiring me to do a seminar, or I could also rest, but it's teaching me about seminars. Basically, they're just big lectures. I don't know. I don't think they're that great. They're usually not that great. You pick an instructor, and as the game said that it kind of glossed over, the attendees will vary depending on what the skills being taught are. So, like, if it's along their goals, they'll join up. Byleth will always go to a seminar. But it's just not worth it compared to exploring. Anyway. I'll have Manuela teach a lesson.
Practice yields results.
Not a total waste.
So right away, Linhardt has learned physic. That's a really good thing. I guess it did get him up to C rank. Not in class. Oh boy.
Perfect timing, Professor. I've just received word from the Knights. They've located the bandits.
Oh.
It seems they have them cornered. They are in Xanadu, the Red Canyon.
I can't wait to get started. I'll strike down those heinous thieves before they know what hit them.
Charge ahead if you must, Caspar. Just do not put the rest of us in danger.
I'm going back. I won't be of any help anyway, and I don't want to get hurt. Don't worry, Byrne. It's just some bandits. We'll have no trouble at all.
Don't get ahead of yourselves. Unfounded optimism isn't a great strategy. Let's just get this over with.
There is nothing to get over. We will work with each other to achieve our mission.
Oh, they sure do seem excited.
It's time, Professor. Give us our orders and let's move out.
Well, now they're all going to have to learn what it means to step onto a battlefield. And there's nothing to do except the mission, so here we go. Finally.
So, we are taking children into battle, are we? I'm not certain I will be able to sleep soundly after beholding something like that.
Yeah, that's kind of messed up.
Allow you to turn back the hands of time. But no, this power is not infinite.
Right, so in the past I've had moments where, oops, a character died. And, I didn't have my save states properly set up. I'm going to turn No, assist animations can stay off. I don't think we need to zoom in for healing. That should be fine. Just make sure everyone's inventory is set up properly. I'm going to give Edelgard that axe before I forget. Yeah, it's good enough.
So this is the Red Canyon. A ruin of sorts by the look of it. Let's end this quickly. The thieves must have been driven back. Be careful or the cornered mice might bite us.
The Knights chased us all the way here? Chief, let's get out of here. There's no way we can win against them.
Shut your dumb mouth! Where would we go at this point? You can't be a thief if you fear death!
Well, you heard it here.
Professor, I hear there's a back road to the west. Why don't we split up and attack from both the west and the front? If we advance tactfully, we can attack our enemy from both sides. I leave the rest to you.
All right.
Regardless, we must cross the bridge first.
Classic pincer movement. I'm down for that.
I will get the victory.
I am Ferdinand von Eyre.
Boy, he really does say that a lot, doesn't he?
That's my cue.
Stay focused.
Oh no.
I will prevail.
Well, that's
As you wish.
pretty good.
Battle.
Right, Hubert did get a rally skill.
Well done.
Rally skills, I don't know when they were introduced. The first time I ever saw them was Awakening. What they do is they enhance a unit's stats. That's pretty much all there is to it. Oops. Alright. Hubert was really close to a level, wasn't he? He was. Let's give him that level.
Hardly worth my time. The battlefield has much to teach.
I learned a new spell.
Allow
So...
me to clean this up for you, Lady Edelgard.
So, alright. Ferdinand's taking a little punishment there.
My heart is full of victory. People and beasts are as one.
Ah.
Calm your heart, and do not be worried about this killing.
That's right, everyone has something to say after taking their first life. That's what it is.
Back to the fray.
Fortunately, it's kind of annoying just how limited my unit's movement range is for all of them.
Thanks so much.
Alright, looks like if I do this, that will at least split up the enemy's attention. Which is fine by me. I may want to leave it like that. I think I do. Alright. I will say, I don't believe this game uses true hit the way that past games do. Because I feel like I've dodged a lot of relatively high accuracy attacks that, frankly, I shouldn't have been able to. Alright, Bernie.
Got him! I don't care if they're stealing. Can I go home?
Well, she knows what her priorities are. Oh, let's see, that's not great. What's his gambit do again? Disturbance. Alright.
An ambitious plan.
My plan is flawless.
So this is what gambits normally look like when you've got the full animation on. They are worth taking advantage of. Ah. Linhardt has learned wind.
I'd rather be napping.
I killed them. What have I done? The blood.
Oh boy, I think I accidentally traumatized Linhardt.
You fought well. We must all do our part.
More good stats. I might have to stop leaning on Byleth so hard. Just to make sure the other students get some experience. Actually, what's this thief drop? Chest key. That makes sense. All right. Who could use some healing? And Petra needs it the most. I do want to get Linhardt's level up as quickly as I can, just because he's the hardest one to level up. Alright, let's just speed these along.
It's all ours. There's no way we're gonna give it up to some knights.
This is our chance.
Oh no, it's causing a disturbance. So enemies can use gambits on you too. Now Petra is rattled. She's got the stat penalty. She can't move. She can still attack. But odds are not in her favor. So I'm going to start by trying to soften this guy up. Oh, yeah, good job, Bernie. Now, see, that's looking a little better. All but guaranteed to get the kill, reduced accuracy. Good job, Petra.
War feeds my body and mind.
Well, she got strength, dexterity, and speed. Yeah, treasure chests. Surprised they are a thing. That's about all that can be said about that. Alright, what if... What if I use a gambit on this guy? Ah, yes. Different gambits do have different effects, aside from just rattling the enemy. The one that I just used will also push the enemy back, if at all possible. And I think that's neat. Now what I'm trying to do though is trying to get Caspar to kill. That should do it.
No one makes it past me.
Alright, buddy, what do you have to say about taking a human life?
I'm just getting started. Let's put this to the test. Are all real battles this exciting? Come on, let's get on to the next one.
Wow, he's really taking it in stride.
You inspire.
Good, there's that Linhart level.
If only my research had such results.
I'll go this way and that way. I'm gonna try to split up like Edelgard suggested at the beginning of the battle. Okay, what is going on that's letting these units heal every turn? Not entirely sure. They're not on any kind of healing turf. She should be fine. Who's left? Ah, Hubert himself, of course. I'll try to keep things like this. I just want to keep my units alive, you know. It's a little defensive, but oh, he came in from way downtown. Ferdinand can hold that spot. Bernie can back him up.
You see that?
All right.
It's a long road yet.
There's that critical level 5 threshold. All right.
As expected.
Oh no, not another gambit. Good job. Oh, jeez. And of course, it pierced through to give Bernadette some trouble as well. She can still do some damage at range, though, so it's fine. Ah, large bullion. That's some cash.
This was beneath me. These ruffians are no match for a noble like me.
All right, Ferdinand. Keep calm.
For Lady Edelgard.
I do appreciate the music changing. It's saying the same melody, but switching between like a battle version and a field version.
Damn! They're coming from the west, too! I can't stand these brats!
Alright, we've provoked the guard, I guess. The enemy leader. Lure the enemy closer. Alright, I kind of want to get Edelgard to master her class, now that she's hit level 5.
Well, how was that?
Looks like she'll need one more encounter to do that.
Regrettable, but there was no other way.
It's fine. rude. Seriously, why is she recovering HP every turn? I'm not saying that to complain, I really don't understand. Actually, we'll have her attack from this angle. And all I have to do is make sure she doesn't die. With the help of my friend Wind Magic.
Huh. Victory.
Oh, is it Dorothea that's got the... Ah, I see. Dorothea is why my friendlies were recovering HP every turn. Now I know. Alright, not sure I want to risk it just yet.
It's dangerous.
Alright, definitely need to destroy this guy on this turn. Which is easy.
You should be honored.
Alright, good level, Ferdinand.
This can't be right.
I mean, it's not, but... I do like how your allies will make comments on your growths.
Sending these brats instead of the knights means they've underestimated me. Big mistake.
He says that, but my accuracy is pretty nice.
This strength will serve Lady Edelgard well.
Alright. Alright, win or lose, this is definitely what I want.
Noble, just die like a good little rich kid.
Do you really think being born a commoner gives you the right to kill? Despicable.
I should have never listened to that idiot. What a mistake.
Alright. Just in time, Edelgard has maxed out. Ooh.
One step at a time.
She's mastered her class, which means she gets the +5 HP as well.
Thank you for leading us, Professor. Though I suppose there was no way we could lose to a familiar foe. In any case, something about this canyon feels Inexplicably strange.
That is weird. Maybe we'll find out about it. Since when has it been called the Red Canyon? Why did Sothis react positively to that?
I wonder why it is that you recall this place. You must be weak of heart. Each time I speak, it scares you so.
Oh, you did kind of come out of nowhere.
Although the battle's at an end, do not feel too at ease. Well, anyhow, I am quite fascinated by this place. As far as I can tell, this is your first time here.
Oh, what about her? Has she been here before?
I dare say it would be impossible to have forgotten such a place as this.
You forgot your own name.
I must admit I am unsure. Beyond the name and this strange feeling of familiarity, I can't seem to remember anything about this place. And yet, a great depth of emotions tied to that sense of familiarity. Like joy and sorrow, pain and love, and all things in between. If I was somehow here before, I wonder what took place.
Professor, I was wondering where you were. It's about time we headed back to the monastery.
It is time to depart. But know that time reveals all things. One day I will remember that which I have lost. Oh, by the way, it seems you've earned my gratitude. The thieves who came here are no more.
Yeah, why are you particularly grateful?
I am not sure myself, yet I am grateful all the same. In any case.
Alright.
You must become accustomed to my voice. If you fall down with shock each time I speak, that just won't do. Oh, you think you're standing strong? Of course you are. It was a jest.
Everyone's always joking and not getting the reactions
On our
that
way
they're
out,
predicting
I had the
or
chance
that
to
they're
observe
hoping
the
for.
Red Canyon. Did you notice anything, Professor?
I don't know. What are you talking about?
Oh, I suppose it was only me then. The area was covered in ruins, each more curious than the last. They did not match the architectural style of any era or culture within the Empire, or across all of Fodlan for that matter. That can only mean one thing.
Ancient.
The Valley civilization must have flourished and fallen in the distant past, long before the Empire was established. Who do you think lived there?
Well, either it's our ancestors or a culture long since perished, which she kind of just established. Subterranean beings. I don't think it's mole people. We'll just go with the...
What an uninspired answer. But you're probably right. Perhaps their remnants still influence this world.
How dare she call my answer uninspired? Rude.
So you have safely disposed of those bandits. I pray that their souls find salvation. But why did they target the students to begin with? We must further investigate the true cause of all that took place. Until we know more, I ask that you support the students and relieve them of any unnecessary worry.
Yeah, of course. I'm a professor.
Good.
That's my job.
I have high expectations for you. By the way, how was your time in Xanadu? Legend has it, in ancient times, a goddess alighted upon this world in that very canyon. For a goddess from the heavens, Xanadu could only have been a temporary haven.
Temporary? What's up with that?
Long ago, the divine Seros received a revelation from the goddess, a gift to help guide the lost.
I do like this. When there are illustrations like this, stills to look at, you can just hide the text so that you can appreciate them in full.
The goddess is always watching over Fodlan from her kingdom above. However, in ancient times, the goddess graced this world with her presence and offered salvation to the people here. She is the mother of all life, the arbiter of every soul.
Huh, that's weird. Captain Dad never mentioned it.
I see. During your time here, I pray that you come to devote yourself to the teachings of Seros.
Lady Rhea, I am sorry to interrupt. There is something I must ask about in regard to those bandits.
As you wish. We shall continue our discussion when next we meet.
A goddess? I have no memory of her. But then, I have no memory at all. Oh, how bothersome. It is as though I know, and yet I don't. Perhaps Xanadu was my home back when the goddess walked the land. If so, what does that make me now? A ghost?
Yeah, probably. You're a ghost.
Are you simple? That's impossible. I am most certainly alive.
That sounds like something a ghost would say.
Of course, we also have the mystery of why I'm here with you. Is it somehow connected? Perhaps some past regret is stopping me from moving on, and now I'm forced to stay with you instead.
Yeah, like a ghost.
No, that's not it. I can't believe in such a meaningless existence.
All right. Well, that takes care of that chapter. Finally.